Good afternoon. My name is Mark Salazar. I'm the founder and CEO of the Hard Knocks Game Prevention and Intervention Program. We're a 501c3 nonprofit corporation, and so we work with a lot of at-risk youth that are in. You want me to take my mask? What? I'd rather not. Um, but anyhow, like I was saying, what I was wanted to do here is I wanted to demonstrate a couple of moves to you guys about playing game, the game of chess. I'm not sure if any of you guys are familiar with chess or if there's any chess players that are out there, but I'm a firm believer that the game of life is very much like the game of chess and that it requires that we make the right moves to win. And in order to make those right moves, we have to think, with our mind, using logic and strategy versus our heart, meaning we base our decisions according to how we feel. Because every choice and every decision in which we make, will either shape or alter our future. And so as they say that, you can lose everything. Somebody that has no ambition and no kind of goals in life, can help you lose everything which you've been working to attain. So you be careful about the company which you surround yourself with and the company which you keep. And so being that I believe that life is about focusing on that next move at all times. And if it's one thing I've learned throughout life is that the enemy of logic is emotion, and so we have to make decisions with with our mind versus with our heart. And that's what basically the game of chess is all about. It's about logic. It's not about motions. They say most of life's decisive battles are fought from within, internally. Because we always have like that devil and angel on our shoulders, talking about like do it, don't do it, do it, don't do it. And so, at times, our greatest enemy can be our inner me if we allow it to be. But with that being said, I had wanted to challenge Miss Jessica over here to maybe three different games of chess. I wanted to show you without her even having any kind of plan of her own. I'm gonna try to demonstrate to you guys five moves in which I could try to get her in checkmate. And then shortly after that, I'll show you another move in which you can get someone in checkmate in four moves. And so, if you want, Miss Jessica, can you swing over this way?
All right, I can go right here.
You want me to move that over a little bit?
No, this is fine.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be my first move right here, which is going to be E3. My second move is going to be G3 right here with my knight. My third move is going to be right here with my queen, which is going to be D3. My fourth move is going to be G5. And so she switched gears on me.
Oopsie.
I'm gonna go this way now. I'm gonna step back from G5 from G5 to back to G3 right here. And so now I'm gonna move my pawn, and I guess that would have been better to explain the pieces and how they can the direction in which each and every one can move, which and I got a little bit ahead of myself, but let me just briefly explain to you guys that these are your pawns, and initially on the first move, you can move once or you can move twice. but every move from that point forth is one move. And these ones here are your castles, which are your rooks, and these ones go either this way or they go this way, but they can't jump over your pawn to get over here to kill another pawn or something to that effect. But if this pawn was not there, then of course I can come down and take that pawn. But then this one can turn around and take this one as well. And so the other ones right here, which are your knights, you have a knight on this side, and you also have a knight on this side. And the same three pieces you have here, you also have here. And so you have a rook here, and you have a rook on this side. You have a knight here, and you have a knight on this side. And so these are always going to move like in an L shape, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or if this pawn was not there, it could go 1, 2, 3. And that's the move in which it can move 1, 2, 3, and then every move from that point forth, 1, 2, and it can go 3. And they could take that pawn. Um, these bishops, I'm sure many of you guys have heard the term "stay in your lane." Well, that's exactly what these bishops here are designed to do, is stay in their lane. You have one on the white lane and you have one on the dark brown lane right here. And so they both have to stay on the same lane. And these ones right here is your queen. Now your queen is basically the strongest, the most powerful piece on the board, and the queen can move just about anywhere. She can go this way, she can go back that way, she could come that way, this way, back. The only thing she cannot do is go like this, like what the knight did. It can't go like this. It can, But other than that, it can go front, back, side to side, all that. And so your king, of course, this is you, and you can only move, once, unfortunately, and in each direction. And the goal is to trap this king and put him in checkmate to where they're in a position to where they cannot move. And so it's not necessarily about wiping out one's entire army. Of course, there's going to be casualties, but there's also strategies and tactics that we learn along the way. And so I'm going to try to show you. I'm going to show you guys, a way in which you can get someone to checkmate in 5 moves using this knight and this queen here. And so my first move is obviously going to be here, which is going to be E3. And so Miss Jessica moved from, what is that, A6?
A7.
Is that
A6.
A6? Okay, and so I'm going to move from G with my knight. I'm going to move from G to G3.
So I'm going to move B8 to 6.
C6. And so I'm going to go from right here, I'm going to move to, what is that, F3 with my queen.
And FC. My pawn.
See, a mess. Jessica had to go and mess everything all up and everything.
I'm trying to help.
No, I'm just joking. But because she moved this pawn here,
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to be able to do the 5 move piece, but not to say that I can't switch gears. But and basically I'm gonna switch gears here, so I'm gonna go here since she wants to get real. No, I'm just kidding.
What you
But
could do?
But okay. Well, that's what I'm setting the stage. That's what I'm setting the stage for. See, I'm setting the stage without you knowing. That's exactly what I was getting ready to try to do. But foremost, I gotta get rid of this pawn. I gotta get this pawn out the way right here. Well, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna take that with that. Instead,
Oh,
I'm
when
going
you
to
move
take it
back.
with this
Okay.
instead. I'm going to take it with my queen instead. Because now that's going to be checkmate.
And now the game is.
See, because I got my bishop protecting my queen right here. And so originally, using this knight and this queen, again, what you would basically do is you would move this pawn right here, and your second move could be with your knight, like from g3, and your third move would be right here with your queen, moving from your queen to d to f3 right here, and then your fourth move would be here, which would be h5 with your knight, and then your fifth move would basically be down here with your knight, or I'm sorry, with your queen down here to f7. And so this would be checkmate right here with five moves because it's protected with this knight. And so that's the five move. And there's another way in which you can get someone in checkmate, and also four moves. And it's using a different piece. The first one was with the knight and the queen. This one will actually be between the bishop and the queen. And so you're going to move once here, and you're going to move like twice here. You're going to move right here. I'm sorry. You're going to move your bishop to c4 right here, and then with your queen, you're going to go to f3, and then your fourth move is going to be right here, straight with your queen, and that would be straight down to, what is it? f7, because it's protected right here. So that's the one with four moves. So again, it's the one, and it's two, and it's three, and then four right there. So that was the one with four moves. And so I had a question for anybody if they thought that if it would be possible to get someone to checkmate in two moves. If anyone wants to answer that question, because I'll show you how the opposite individual on this side can get somebody on my side in checkmate in two moves. I would think it's impossible, but if I were to move here, let's just say once, and this is your first move, and this is my second move, your second move. With your queen, you come straight down here, and my king is no longer protected, it's vulnerable, it's exposed, because I can't kill the queen with my bishop because it has to stay in its lane, and my knight can only go like an L3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and I can't kill it with my rook. And I even though I can move once or move twice on my first move, I can't move like this and kill it like that. It's not possible. And so basically, I put myself in a position to where I couldn't move right here because it's still checkmate, and I'm blocked in right here on this end. And so again, that's two moves right there in which this one would be able to win. And again, it doesn't matter whether this pawn moves once or whether that pawn moves twice, because both ways it's going to happen. This one's twice, and this one's your first one. Oops, I'm sorry. And then this one's your second move right here, and this is your second move again. And there, so you expose the queen or the king once again. Now, this is the one that actually matters. This pawn right here, the pawn in front of the knight. That's the one that actually matters. Whether it moves once or twice, you definitely got to make sure that it moves twice on that first move, so that way you can come in and get that individual in two moves. But yeah, those are all just little strategies and little tactics that we utilize that I found through trial and through error. I haven't really studied a book on chess. I began playing chess at a very young age when I was probably about 9, 10 years old. My dad taught my brother and I, and then of course when I was incarcerated, I was in a 6 by 9 cell, for confined for 24 hours a day, and so those of us that were in there, we would make ourselves a chessboard of squares and 64 squares, and number them and label them just as you see this board here, and we would make ourselves two separate chess sets, and then we would proceed to play, through the doors by hollering the numbers out to one another, and so we used to play a lot of chess time and again because that's one thing that I enjoy doing, as far as that, that's concerned, because I know in some places it's a required curriculum, and it's a proven fact that it increases brain power and things of that nature. But I'm hoping to that for future reference, we'll continue to be able to show you a couple of more different tactics and strategies along the way. But just like in life, always take a step back and kind of weigh things out and see if the benefit of making this move outweighs the risk of losing this one. For example, it's that you're gonna have some wins and some losses in life, and of course, every day that we are blessed to be here, it's another day to be a better version of ourselves. And so, that being said, I'm just gonna sum things up and look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you.